welcome to our concert. My name is Elinor and we also have Gilly, and we are going to be playing you some lovely music on our instruments, which are the saxophone and the harp. We are from a charity called Live Music Now, and they asked us to come and play you some lovely music and to teach you a little bit about our instruments, as well as some fun activities that we can all do together. Before we get into the concert though, we'd like you to just sit down and have a calm listen to our first piece of music, which is The Swan by a French composer, Camille Saint-Saëns. We hope you enjoyed our first piece of music. We always imagine that that song is being played on a beautiful summer's day, and throughout the concert we're going to have more pieces that have got weather themed, so we're going to have some different types of weather that are not just sunny weather. Before we continue though, I take this opportunity to tell you a bit about how the harp works. So the harp is played by pulling the strings, which are really tight. When I pull the string, I let go, like you might do with an elastic band, and that's when the sound is produced. My harp has got lots of strings. It's got 47 strings, and the shortest strings make the highest sounds. So I'll play you my highest note, and then my lowest note is this really long string here, which sounds like this. The thing that most people don't know about the harp is that it's got 7-foot pedals. So I will point with my feet in a second, hopefully see all the 7 pedals, and I move these pedals with my feet. So I'm going to play the same string over and over, but I'll move the pedal to show you how it affects the sound. So the pedal, when it's in the top position, push it down a notch, and then the bottom notch. And the harp is a really unique instrument, as no other instrument works in this way. So it means that all I have to do is set up my pedals, and then I can pull my finger along the strings and it'll make a beautiful magical sound. Or if I want to change it for something more mysterious, all I have to do is move my pedals, and I can make something like this.
So, as you may have gathered, this is the saxophone, and it's a lot less complicated than the harp. The saxophone is a member of the woodwind family, and you might be a bit confused by that because it's not made out of wood. But the reed on top of the saxophone, the thing that vibrates, is made out of wood, and that's where it gets the name of being part of the woodwind family. And all I have to do to play the saxophone is to blow air through that mouthpiece and reed, which vibrates, and it sends all those vibrations around the saxophone, and then I use my fingers to change the pitch of the notes. So if I put more fingers down, the notes go lower, and if I take them off, it goes higher. So I'm going to play you a low note, and you can hear how low it can go. And then I'll play you some of my higher notes. And it's as simple as that. So now we're going to make a piece of music together, and we're going to make our very own rainstorm. You can join in with this just if you've got just yourself and your hands, or you can join in if you've got some instruments. We're going to do a few versions, and you're going to see it all come together with both our instruments and also us using our hands as well. So to make this rainstorm, we need 3 different types of weather. So we're going to have the wind, we're going to have the rain, and we're going to have thunder and lightning. So we're going to show you how to make those different sounds. So we're going to talk you through just using your hands for the moment. So for the wind, we're going to take the palm of our hands and we're going to rub them together like this. You can hear how that sounds a little bit like the wind. And if you're feeling like you can do some more, you can also make some wind noises with your mouth. Great. So remember that that's our wind sounds. We're now going to have a go at making some rain sounds, and we're going to start off with rain that starts really, really lightly, just a few drops. And for that, we're just going to use one finger on the palm of our hand like this. And as the rain gets stronger, we can get a little bit faster with that finger. We can add another finger, so we've got 2 fingers going. And as the rain gets really, really heavy, we'll go and do full-on clapping. Brilliant, well done. And our final thing is going to be thunder and lightning. And when we get to this stage, you're going to hear me count to 3. And after 3, we're all going to do one big stamp with our foot. Or if you can't do that, you can do a big hit on your legs with your hands. So should we try that after 3? 1, 2, 3. Great, let's try that one more time. 1, 2, 3. Brilliant. So we're actually going to have a look at now how we can make some sounds on our harp and our saxophone, so that you can hear those sounds coming in, and you might see a few other sounds as well. So Elinor, how do you make your harp sound like it's windy?
So I'm going to run my fingers really lightly across the bottom strings. It makes it sound like this.
So mysterious. Now on the saxophone, because it's a wind instrument, I always use my air to make sounds, and if I don't quite blow quite hard enough, I can make it sound like it's windy on the saxophone too, like this. So there are wind sounds. Elinor, can you show us some of your really light rain?
So I'm just going to take my fingers and tap very lightly on the wood of the harp.
It's getting heavier. Ah, amazing. And on the saxophone, I can make some funny noises as well, just using my tongue really harshly to make a kind of popping sound like this. So you can listen out for those rain sounds as well. And finally, we've got some thunder and lightning sounds from Elinor. Now this one's quite loud, so if you don't like a loud sound, just cover your ears and I'll count you into this one. So 1, 2, 3. It's quite scary. Should we hear that one more time? 1, 2, 3. Brilliant. And the saxophone can also make quite a loud, scary noise. So Elinor, can you count me into this one?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, quite a loud, scary sound, isn't it? So we're going to do that with our instruments as well as making our hand percussion. But if you've got some percussion instruments there, I want you to have a little experiment now with what you could do. So you could use your fingers really lightly, rubbing on a drum for the wind sounds. You can tap with your fingers for the rain, and you can do lots of big bangs for the thunder and lightning. But be really creative with the way that you use your instruments. So we're now going to run through the rainstorm from beginning to end, and we'd love you to join in, whether that's with your hands or with some percussion instruments. Great, so we're now going to make our rainstorm all together. So we're going to start off really quietly. It's a nice calm day and we're just going to hear a tiny bit of wind to start with. So do you remember the palm of your hands rubbing together lightly? Well done. And as it gets a bit windier, we're going to need to rub faster and harder, and we can also introduce our voices. You can listen to those sounds on the harp and the saxophone as well. Can you hear them? Brilliant. So we're going to carry on now. We're going to have our first few drops of rain. So we're just going to take our fingers and we're going to lightly drop them. You can do this with your percussion instruments as well. Gradually getting faster as that rain gets even heavier. We have 2 fingers here. And lots and lots faster. And let's have some full on rain. Brilliant. Keep that rain going. And after 3, we're going to have our first bit of thunder and lightning. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And keep it going with the rain. We're going to have a little bit more thunder and lightning after 3. 1, 2, 3. And keep that rain going. It's still really heavy. And one more bit of thunder and lightning after 3. 1, 2, 3. Brilliant. Still raining. Still raining. The rain's gradually going to get slower. So we're going to go back to just having 2 fingers. Getting even lighter. Let's go down to 1 finger. Slowing down. And let's go back to our wind sounds. Still quite a lot of wind, so we can use our voices as well. With our hands as it slows back down. You listen to the harp now, you're going to hear the sound of the sun coming out.
So following on from our rainstorm, we are now going to play another piece of music about rain, and this is the song Singing in the Rain. It's a really famous song, so we are sure that you will recognise it. So we're going to have the lyrics come up at the bottom of the screen, so please sing along if you want to, or if not, join in with your percussion instruments.
We've now come to our last piece of music in our concert today, and we really hope you've enjoyed exploring different types of music about different types of weather. This last piece is, of course, about weather too, and it's about snow. It's from a film that I'm sure you've all seen called Frozen, and this is called Let It Go. Now, if you know the words, feel free to sing along, feel free to have a dance, and feel free to use all of those percussion instruments as well. We really hope you've enjoyed today, and we hope to see you again sometime soon.